Hey, it's Jackie with Ziflow here in Times Square for Monday.com Elevate in New York 2024. We're connecting with project management leaders to find out how they keep their teams aligned and moving. Here's a tough one we posed. Would you prefer more frequent project updates and transparency, or more autonomy for your team to get the project done?
This one is tough. It's like we want both, but then again, I would say transparency is key, because as you inform stakeholders, everyone is aligned to what the scope of the project is way better. It brings out the success of the project. So if you're transparent, we are able to know, okay, are you able to tackle this task? So if you're having issues, you're able to work as a collaborative team and solve that issue.
Yeah, I also believe in transparency, frequent updates, but allowing our teams to have some autonomy and freedom to get things done asynchronously, but we all have to come back together to give those comprehensive updates. I send out every Friday updates to my stakeholders for all projects, so that's very important with a small team to be able to work asynchronously, but then also come together to give those comprehensive updates to the team.
I don't mind having frequent updates and reports to give to offer some transparency. I think that would be helpful for stakeholders.
Frequent updates because I do lead my team. I think as a director or a manager, you're going to want that. Obviously, if I were lower down the food chain, I might appreciate the more, flexibility and autonomy. But I think that it's important to be able to report on what you're doing. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
That's hard because I love the transparency. It goes with what I was saying before. But the autonomy is so big because, again, everyone works in a different way. And I don't want to force what works for me on one other person. Like, if you can get the job done and it's right, then you should be able to do that.
I think of frequency for updates just so that people are held accountable to make sure that everyone's on track and there's no surprises and we don't go immediately from green to red and there's no yellow.
I do love the more frequent updates just so that we are all on the same page. So I like to know that we have all the information we need, and again, we can get together and figure it out in the end. So I like the updates. I like to be updated.
Yeah. I would say, like, again, like as I said, like, everyone has a different way of going about something. So if our team and our teammates can go about getting the job done in their own way, I think I'm going to lean more towards autonomy. Yeah.
More autonomy for the team to get the project done, because then they can be really creative and put together things that is interesting to them, or kind of like pour their own legacy into the product.
It's kind of like a combination of both, but I guess I would choose the autonomy for my team. I would want them to have the freedom to update and see their progress, and then me as a manager can go in and see what's going on, rather than having on and on like ongoing meetings and like check-ins. So yeah,
I would say more autonomy to get the project done. When you're working with a small team, sometimes people just need a little bit more time to process and execute. And when you have those project deadlines and that transparency, it kind of creates a culture of micromanagement, and you may not have your team delivering their best work. Where if you give them that autonomy and you're able to still see the progress in their projects by using like a Monday.com solution, it gives them an empowerment feeling where they're going to produce their best work.
Ooh, I love that. That's a great answer.